You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Gbenga, the jobs report came out earlier, but this is going to have a direct impact on the economy, obviously, because, look, anything happens with the president, it happens. When we talk about the stock market today, how did the stock market perform today? We know last night, overnight, it was down. What happened?
So one of the things is the stock market is not the economy.
Right. No, I got you. I just got it. But what often happens, it obviously always has some sort of immediate reaction. So so I just want to get a sense of what happened today. That's going to set up my next question, though.
So initially, the stock market went down because there was concern that anytime there's any sort of risk or uncertainty, the stock market is always going to react to that. And then there's the Pelosi and Mnuchin are still working on this deal, and they're sort of getting closer. I mean, it's much better than it was earlier this week. And so the market reacts positively to that. But a lot of times I don't really focus on the stock market because it's, again, not a good measure of the economy. And with today being Jobs Day, my sole focus was on what's happening with black unemployment, what's happening to the gap between black and white unemployment rates.
But the
stock market is very volatile.
The reason I raised the question, because you talked about the level of uncertainty. And look, the reality is this here. We don't know really his condition. We don't know other staff as well. Now, all of a sudden, those things begin to have immediate impacts across this country. It impacts the negotiations because all of a sudden, Steve Mnuchin and this administration and the Republicans in the Senate might realize, oh, damn, we've been sitting here playing games. We better get serious because the one guy who was like, who was trying to actually forget COVID-19 as part of the election strategy, now can't forget it.
That is true, but I have a really hard time trying to figure out what's going to get policymakers to the table, because we go back to July when they had the $600 a week to UI, and when that expired, I expected action to happen. Then when the jobs number a week later came out and they still weren't good, we still had double-digit unemployment, I expected policymakers to do something. And then came Labor Day, and now we're in October. This is the last jobs date that we've had till the election, and we still don't have a plan. And even the plan that they're debating, they're not talking about state and local aid. They're not really talking about doing the $600. They're stuck at $400. I really can't predict what they're doing because they're still our economy is still struggling. And so many people are still struggling, and policymakers are not coming to the table. And so it's really hard to predict because even then the stock market is still going to do well. Rich people are still going to do well, and that's not going to spur them. So I'm hoping something will happen this week or next week.
And that's why I raised the point about the stock market, because the problem is, too often mainstream media every day reports of the stock market as if that is an indicator. And the reality is more than half the country isn't even in the stock market. And so if you're rich, you're not sitting here worried about COVID-19 and these things because, you're living a whole different life than everyone else. Mm-hmm. But the thing that also jumps out, again, the Trump folks wanted today to be all about unemployment going down to 7.9% and 600 plus thousand jobs added. That ain't the story. But what does it look like for Black America? Last month, unemployment was what, 13%? What is it now?
So it's down to 12.1%, and it's gone down for Black men. It's gone down for Black women. But the reason why it's gone down is not because they're doing better. It's because they're not participating in the labor market. A lot of people have dropped out of the labor market, both Black men down 1.2%, Black women 0.8%. Same thing for white women and women in general. And the big story of today's job number is the lack of people in participating in the labor force. And that has to do with the fact that we're still stuck at home. There's no childcare. People have to make the decision of staying home with their kids and helping to do remote education. So unemployment went down, but not because it's not a good number, because participation went down. And that's the key story.
And so, again, they're touting that. And I saw it said some 800,000 women just dropped out of the labor market.
Yeah, so about 800,000 women, 200,000 men, but that is that's because they have to make the choice of taking care of the home, helping out with remote education, things like that, and that's harming our economy.
All right. Gbenga Ajilore, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks at Seek.com, of course, they black-owned company founded by Mary Spiel. They have a couple of great products that you can actually get. This is their VR headset. This headset, folks, allows for you to actually take your cell phone, pop it right into here, close it up, and then you can actually watch the VR content, the virtual reality content on Seek.com right there through your phone. Actually, it's pretty cool. You can also look at 360-degree video from other websites as well, and it puts you literally right there where the video was shot. And so they have this particular headset right here. They also have their 360-degree 4D headphones. And so these headphones right here, which are Bluetooth. Also, they have the headset, which you use for when you, if you're for all you gamers out there. And then, of course, it has this amazing sound, really, which actually covers around. Typically, you just have the headphones just right here, but this actually has a sound that goes all around your head. I love these headphones. Love listening to music with them and watching videos as well. And so, all you got to do, folks, is go to Seek.com, Seek.com. Use the promo code RMVIP2020. That's RMVIP2020 to actually try these out. And so that's what we want you to do. All right, folks. So again, go to Seek.com.